What's up, guys? A quick thing I actually wanted to bring up. So yesterday, I'm in the kitchen and I'm with my lady, and I'm hear a thump sound, and I'll go to look, and then I see one of my daughter. She's stretching. She's stretching good, actually. She's like passing her leg, and I'm like telling her like, oh, don't be like worried if you can't do it. And she was like doing really good. I'm like, okay. Well, I'm like, I'm this. I'm look away. I hear like a thump, like, oh man. You hear a thump, I'll never be able to do it. And I'm like, hearing a thump, I'm like looking over, and I see her stretching. I'm like, what's she doing? And then I see her after she does some stretching, she's trying to do the splits. So she's, laying on the floor, got her legs out, putting her arms to her legs. So as she's not able to do what she wants to do, she starts trying to stretch and do other different types of stretching in hopes that will make her more flexible so she can do the splits. One, I admired that. What I didn't like is that she was bringing herself down every time she didn't do it and talking down on herself about it, especially when she was good at stretching. She just couldn't do the splits. And I was telling her, you just got to keep doing it. I was like, at the same time, think about it. Once you do the splits, is it going to be this life-changing thing? No, but it's going to be pretty awesome. It's going to be a flex. It's going to be a new thing you can do. Then once you do the splits, you might want to be able to do a jump split. You might want to do different things. So it's like, to do any of that first, you have to be able to do the split in the first place. Well, my lights are out. Gotta pay the bill. And that's what I was telling her, because I was like, I'm like, you're gonna be able to do it. I'm like, and then you're gonna think like, man, like, why was that such a big deal for me? Like, now it's so easy. And the reason that it's a big deal in a sense, which is not a big deal to beat yourself about it, but it's a big deal to want to be able to do that, because it's an accomplishment. It was something that you couldn't do that you can now do. And I feel like that is the thing, that like you just made yourself a little better at something, so I try to tell her, like, you have to enjoy the process. If you're not enjoying yourself stretching, doing your warm-ups and all this other stuff, and trying to do the splits, if you're not getting slightly better every time you try, if you're not enjoying that, once you can actually do it, it's only going to be cool for a little bit, and then you're going to be like, all right, like, why was that even that cool? But I told her, I'm like, you're gonna be able to do the splits, I'm like, and you're gonna feel good about it, then you're gonna move on to something else. And that's how life is. I was telling her, I'm like life is always hard. And there's always at least something hard about life, whether it's the same stuff for years and we never figure out how to overcome the obstacles, or it's new obstacles we constantly have to overcome. And that's what I was saying, like, you have to enjoy the process of it, because with life, you're going to keep getting more and more obstacles, and you're either not going to care to get through them, or because you're going to be like, oh, this sucks. What happens when it's maybe something you accomplish in a week, but now there's something you get to accomplish in a month, in 2 months, in 4 months, 5, in a year, 2 years take you to accomplishment. So if you can't do something for a week to keep yourself on it and trying to get better, how are you going to keep getting yourself better in the course of a couple weeks, couple months, a couple years? So the biggest thing is find the enjoyment in the process of what you're doing to grow, so it doesn't seem so painful to have to try to get over the hump. And then if you look at every, like, I guess all these negatives as like a challenge, and you're pushing yourself to overcome the challenge, and then you get a new one. Shoot, every harder thing you go through you're going to have a better outcome for each thing. It's going to be mental stuff, and be physical stuff, financial things throughout life. But you got to keep overcoming things if you want to keep getting better, because unfortunately, you don't really get too much of anywhere in life if you're not pushing yourself, if you're not grinding, if you're not trying to overcome and achieve. Decent things might come your way, but you might not even execute them because you had an opportunity to come your way and it seemed a little too hard for you, so you didn't even push yourself to do it. You know what I'm saying, man? Like, I understand maybe grade school is hard, maybe high school is hard, maybe college is hard, maybe having kids is hard, whatever it may be. But just keep pushing yourself, going through it, overcome, try to find enjoyment in the process. And it won't be so difficult to do it every day, every time you have to do it. If you can find enjoyment in it, it'll be a little more fun. And then once you overcome it, you're going to feel that much happy about it. And you're going to want to move on. Like, now what else can I do that's a little harder than that? And you're just going to keep moving up, achieving and doing better. Instead of just sitting there on your phone the whole time, not doing any type of exercise, any working out, anything to help grow your mind, because you're too worried to have any type of challenges in your life. You have to overcome and achieve every challenge, and you have to find some type of just happiness in the process of everything that you do. You know, it might be the splits today. It could be getting your master's degree tomorrow. It could be trying to be a president. It could be trying to be a president in a company. You know, however, so much way, just get a process, put trust in the process, put faith in it, and just put your best ability into it. And you know you're going to give it your all. And if you fail, you know you got to give it a little more, or maybe you got to move on to something else that seems a little more achievable for right now, and maybe come back to that later if what that is still desirable to you. Over and out. Y'all have a great one. Peace.